Frank?
Morning? Yeah, still morning.
Still morning.
Yeah. The evolution of our team continues to grow. We saw extended play at the defensive line from a young Brandon Matterson who has played more than he's ever played. Thrown into the fire, that played extensively. True freshman Corey Mayfield Jr. Offensively, certainly we knew we were breaking in JoJo Weeks, and we knew that we would have some trials as we go along the way, but we're committed to this team in this season and beyond. And so had some growing pains, but did some bright things as well. Young Brennan Brady stepped in and contributed. I thought gave us a spark, another true freshman, and our team continues to evolve. We'll get there when we're good enough to be there, but certainly the investment in our team is one that's sincere, not just for now, but for the future as well.
Did JoJo do enough to earn the starting job going forward?
He will, at this point, after watching the film, he did enough to be the starting quarterback going into the bye week, yes.
What did he show you overall? How did you feel about his game?
I thought he did well. I thought he made some mistakes, which can be expected in a venue of such, in the magnitude of such a conference opponent that did as many things as they did from an exotic standpoint. We could have helped him and put him in better position and with higher percentage throws, although we didn't ask him to do too much going down the field. At times we had to, based on down and distance and situations. But he was able to manage the game and make good decisions. He was able to take care of the football and get us into the right run play selection as well.
He went from not even being a guarantee to be traveling with you guys to the starting quarterback pretty quickly. How did he make that leap? Weekly progress. That the evaluation process is one that's ongoing, and that one that we look at in earnest. When we say those things of the depth chart being etched in sand, and that the things that you do matter, that your decision making, how you conduct your business is always under review. And his was like everyone else, much like Brennan Brady or Brandon Matterson or Corey Mayfield. We continue to try to find resolutions to give this team every opportunity to win.
Rick, you came out of fall camp and you played games 8 consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
I want to ask about that. Do you think there were any adverse effects in playing 8 in a row like that without a break?
Well, you can say it in one sense, and then you look at these next 4 that we need, that we want, and the bye week couldn't come at a better time for recovery, for continued development of our football team. It's ideal in that sense, but it's a tough road, those first 8 in a row. But we're pleased with this opportunity that we have right now for recovery and development of our team.
You think it's toughest on like the big guys at the end of a stretch like that?
On everyone. It's all relative. It's taxing on those guys who run as much as well as those guys who are bigger in mass.
Frank, JoJo got sacked 6 times at 7 minutes. Some of that, was it a combination of the offensive line?
It's a combination of recognizing when to get the ball out of your hands. Sometimes it's a 5-man protection and you're responsible for that one, and you're responsible for throwing off of him. When he comes, you replace him with the throw, and we did not. It's time that we had gotten beaten up front. It's times when the back didn't recognize the stack look and a young guy there as well. But it's collective, things that are certainly fixable.
Was there a time this year when you thought JoJo might be headed for a red shirt and then your mind changed at some point?
No.
Coach, you played without Brendan Johnson, and Clayton got dinged up during the game. Do you think you'll have those two for UAB?
I'm hopeful. We're not quite sure yet at this time. We have, again, a bye week to allow those guys to recover They will be very limited in this week in the bye week preparation, and then hopefully we can get them back from a week from now on next Sunday's practice.
Do a little recruiting this week?
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to have to go out and solidify our class and find some other young men that can come in and contribute to us.
After this, how important is it to get ready for this final stretch run?
Yeah, it's big time. 4 + 3 = 7, but you can't win them all in one time. You got to win them one at a time, and so the number for us is 4. It's important that we prepare to the team that's sit atop our conference right now in UAB. And so we'll film study, we'll prepare, we'll take glimpses of them, but really reflect on ourselves as well during this bye week.
Surprised that they're on top of the West right now?
At the beginning of the year, we talked about the parity. What the hell?
It's hanging on your head, I think.
Oh, I got it?
Good job.
We talked about the parity of this conference and coaches and personnel alike. Bill does a good job. He's a good man. I'm happy for he and his team after all they've gone through and dropping football and coming back. It's good to see those guys, good guys, finishing in good position.
Frank, we saw Cordell come in for a few plays. What was the logic there? And do you think we'll see Cordell more?
It was predetermined based on the package and the things we wanted to do in that goal line situation. It wasn't a substitution for something that JoJo did or did not do. There's just certain packages that we feel certain personnel give us greater advantages, and when we have those opportunities, we'll do that. And it's not necessarily a 2-quarterback system per se. It's based on the situation that's been prescribed for that person to give us the greatest advantage because of their skill set.
Did you think JoJo showed some nerves or jitters at the start of the game?
I thought he was typical of a true freshman making his first start.
How about Matt Guidry? He broke off a big run for you in the I don't want to say wildcat, but taking a direct snap. And
yeah.
What did you see from him, and what does he bring to those plays?
Yeah, he was a quarterback in high school, and he showed that ability. Again, our constant evaluation as we play different opponents, he plays the quarterback of the opponent. He just shreds our defense. And so that's always under review. We're constantly watching those guys. And at the other end, it's ironic, it was he and JoJo, going against our defense. And those two guys wound up being contributors for us on Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
guys.